Hey everybody, Mobile Gamers Unite. Today was it was a pretty cool day, and it was exciting. It was offsetting, okay? It kind of took me for a ride. So we ended up getting the characters that I wanted in reverse, meaning the character that I wanted to get on my main account I got on my alt, and the character on my alt I got on my main. So without any further ado, let's at least check out Gizarof. And mind you, this is my alt account, so I'm dealing with limited resources here, but I did the best I could to throw some gear on him, something. He's almost at 3,000 power level. I wanted to put the Sage hat on too because I wanted to see if it'll affect his little constructs. So this is what I have on him, not by any means not best in slot or anything. He's got the blue moon, he's got a goddess dress. Yes, he's wearing a dress. This dude comes wearing a dress. The Sage hat and a Veil of Light. I will note that if I'm about to unlock Dark Dragon's Breath. Actually, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's take that into battle with us so we can actually get an accurate depiction of how this guy's really going to work. Okay? Because I think that makes a pretty big difference. If you can take some people out with that ability, you can get the cooldown to go down and you can throw it again. So I'd like to see if I could, do anything with that. Also, real important, the way that this guy works is that cooldown ability, because his little minions that he summons, they have, I think it's like a 4-turn, maybe 5-turn cooldown. We'll look at it to summon his little minions. But if you can kill people with him, then the cooldown of that will go down, obviously, because that's what this guy's fusion power does. And so the more people you kill, the more of these little minions you can summon, and you can kind of start to build them up. Theoretically, that's how it works in my mind. That's, I think, how this character, he can just amass a decent number of those little troops, those little scouts, whatever you want to call them, the little floaty orbs, his little summons. How many do we got that? Let's just go get, we need priest scrolls, warlock scrolls, and an emblem of hope. Let's just get this real quick. There's that emblem of hope. And then we needed a priest scroll and a warlock scroll, I do believe. Or wait, maybe I was wrong on the warlock scroll. I know we needed the priest scroll. Did I miss one? Oh no. Oh, no I didn't. Alright, so let's get this guy's Dark Dragon Breath. And I can't wait to use this because this is like one of these AoEs that Lamba has, and I love throwing those. You can just wipe out a whole party with them, decimate a whole party. This guy's going to be amazing for Guild Wars. So let's equip him with that, because right now I have his fusion, and obviously we're going to want to leave his little summons on him because, yeah, he really benefits from his fusion and summoning these little things. Now obviously when you star this character up, increase hit points, this is what his talent is. Dark Will, increase hit points by 10% after intentionally dealing damage to an enemy. If Gizarof summons a construct to the battlefield, a random buff is carried out once. So pretty much what that means is when he makes his little constructs, he makes them with a buff, okay? When the hero dies, summons one of his little constructs and carries out 2 random buffs on it. So ultimately, the little guy that you summon when he dies, he's going to have more buffs than any of the other little guys he summons. So we'll have to see how that works. This is going to be the second game I ran with him, and we are going to be using Dark Dragon's Breath. But yeah, so pretty much his little summon ability, which only costs 1 point, alright, summons a construct and carries out 1 random renovation. The construct inherits 100% of the summoner's hit points, and its remaining attributes are equal to 100% of the summoner's corresponding stats at the moment. Okay, so this is telling me that like your little construct stats are kind of based off yours. We'll have to see Okay, let's go take him to something. So it's important to talk about, and before we actually run him, he can run with Boz, and I just want to check what Boz has on him. Alright. See, I've never left my Basil out in the cold. I gave my Basil love even on my alt account, well, because I have Rennie to run to, and actually Rennie is a little stronger than Boz on my alt. I'm just trying to figure out if this is a good fusion to mix with, like, Landius. If I could run the old man and Boz together, and then run Landius, Rennie, we'll have to see. The possibilities are endless, but this is what's important about this guy. And this is why he's the one to pull, because he is the faction buffer for Mythical Realm, okay? And Juggler's here. So, I mean, you can either have Bernie be a badass tank, or you can have Juggler be a badass tank. Now, of course, Bernie and Juggler, I don't think they're going to benefit that much from the cooldown reduction from this fusion power, but I don't know, Bernie might, with that AoE attack that he does, you'd be able to spam the shit out of that if you killed a couple people, and if you have the converter and double the range of it and apply his fixed damage to it too, it can be pretty nasty, but I don't want to really speak on that until I've messed with it. So, but it's very important to note this faction group right here, because this is a big deal. All right, before this banner dropped, the number one thing I was asking for is like, hey, can we have something that like, can we have something to augment cooldowns? And when I was saying that, I was really thinking that it was going to be the healer character, who, by the way, we did pull as well. He's just on the main account. So I'll do a video of him later. He does deserve his own video because he's complicated. He's a good character, don't get me wrong. But Gizarof is the one that's more sought after because he is a faction buffer for Mythical Realm. But I gotta say, if you just manage to pull one character off of this banner, don't break the bank, no matter which one it is, because they'll be on a focus banner right around the corner, and then you'll be guaranteed to get the one that you want, okay? But this faction group right here is wicked sweet. I don't have Zarita on either account, but even without Zarita there, which, man, I know she has abilities that have cooldowns that would benefit from Mythical Realms, but Lamba and Basil and this old fart, and just wow, what you could do with that. Yeah, it would just be crazy magic damage all over the place. And of course they put in good healer support, because we have Sophia, which has rewind, and we have Almeda, another huge debuffer, decent healer. With the proper gear, she's epic in her own right. This is like probably the best starting character that there is. I'm really glad that they put Almeda in here. It doesn't really make sense why Matthew and Grinnier's not in here, but Almeda made the cut. She's a mythical hero. The other ones aren't, guys. I don't know what to tell you. So, oh yeah, the other character I did manage to pull on here, and this is kind of new. I thought we were going to have to unlock this new character, Selina. Is that her name? Serena. Okay. Serena, I've heard people talk about her and saying that she's going to have revive or whatever. She doesn't have it now, and I don't know if that was false. This is why I don't just listen to stuff that's floating around. I actually have to see it. But she does have room down here to get her tree upgraded. Maybe they'll add something down the road, and that'll give her some kind of revive. But that's what I've heard about her. But she doesn't have anything like that now. She's a pretty standard tank, right? This ability is awesome. For one skill point, for like up to 3 units around you, will give you 5% to your defense and magic defense. So as long as you're tanking and you have your allies around you, you're gonna be running around with 15% more defense and magic defense. 15% is pretty high on that stat. And also, this girl's talent, I'm just going over her real quick. This girl's talent is damage reduction. When units hit point is at or above 9%, all damage taken is reduced by 15%, and then choose one fallen soldier within 1 block to take all attacks directed at allied forces. I can't really speak much on that until I actually use it, but from what I've managed to gather and what other people are saying is this isn't something that's going to happen a lot, and it's one of these talents that does not get triggered often. I don't know for sure, but it does kind of look like that. So I'll have to see exactly how it works, what you can do with it. I'm sure there's some niche stuff you can do, but the damage reduction is really, really nice, and I'm sure that goes up, okay? And of course, she has Unbreakable Guard, and she comes with block. But other than that, it's some pretty basic stuff here. You can give her Barb, attack support. And then if you want to put runes in her, she can have Ram, because she can be a cavalry unit, or she can be a gladiator and have shield bash as well. I don't know, if you just happen to start playing and you just pulled this girl while trying to pull for Gizarof, yeah, use her. You know, she can definitely tank and definitely have a good defense. Her defense is an S stat and her hit points is an S stat. For an SR character, that's pretty damn good. She is susceptible to magic damage though, because her magic defense stat is a D. And she's not that smart either. Her intelligence is a D. But regardless, she's going to be a lot of people's waifu. I've already heard a lot about that. So they like her little... Personally, me, I can't have my tank wearing pink pants. Sorry. No pink tank for me over here. I don't think so. Not running with my posse. She needs to change her pants. So that's my only, and that's just me. Okay. Some of you might like pink pants out there on your tank. Go for it, buddy. Anyway, so this is what Gizarof's looking like. So let's actually run this bad Mama Jamma and see if we can summon some of these little fools. How about this? We'll do Enraged Chief. And we'll see how this goes. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to see this fusion power in action. Oh yeah, and we're gonna get to see the Stark Dragon ability in action. So that's pretty cool too. And in fact, it's such a nice day out, I think. Why don't we go out here to our beautiful property. And let's enjoy Langrisser out here today by the garden. Alright, so we gotta put this whole... Oh, here he is already. Yeah, we didn't really talk about his troops much, but he has the Hellfire Archers, and he has the Leviathans here, because I actually have a couple points into the Leviathans. But I really do need to figure out what the best troop to bring with him is for this account, and by that I mean like what I have leveled up and what's actually going to be good for him. So in fact, you know what, let's put let's throw Basil in there with him, right? So Basil can bank off of this, and for once, yeah, you know what, I don't have Black Hole for Basil because I didn't invest the runestone. But let's just see if we can get any of this to work, right? This should be a decent party. Let's see how this does. There should be debuffs for days, and maybe with some of these debuffs, we can see how effective these little drones are. So I guess the question is, do I want to summon my little drone first? You know what? Throw our fusion power. And hey, who knows? I don't know. It's my first time playing with him. Maybe I should have summoned something first, then thrown the fusion. Who knows? We're just trying it out. Okay? And I know I probably should have used a fusion power before casting anything with Rachel, but I kind of want some of these guys to survive because I want Gizarof to get the killing blow on somebody, and I want some of this stuff to be triggered. So effing triggered right now. We'll just debuff everything. Well, actually, I didn't think about that, because now if my tank kills everything, it's not gonna do much for me. Alright, here, Rennie. Alright. Did I mention I love Rennie? She's just so awesome. Not the most original Japanese animation character design, but still one of my most favorite Japanese animation character design. The creepy little sadistic little 6-year-old girl with her little bunny rabbit and a giant scythe having a tea party. That's just cool. So, and I really dig what she does. I've been using her as a debuff sniper for a while now. She's going to all the dragons and just throwing that, especially when you start her up and she starts throwing more debuffs. When clock procs, oh man, things are in trouble. Alright, so, oh boy, what are we going to do here? First of all, yes, so this is how his Dark Dragon Breath works. Important to note, this only has a 5 block range. I do believe Lamba is like 7 or 8 or something like that, so you're not going to be able to steamroll this as far, right? We do need to do something about these goons, but first I want to kind of weaken. Well, there's no AoEs I can throw to really weaken these guys up, so alright, let's see what you got, buddy. I do need to take care of these guys before we lose this map. So hey, that looked cool. They did a good job on the animation. Oh, that's right, Basil has this buff too, so if Basil kills something, his cooldowns can go down. And I will turn the battle sequence off. Okay, Swain Song. There it goes. So Basil's cooldowns just went down by 1 because he did that. That's pretty cool. Way to go, Basil. And I'm going to turn that off. Haven't seen my sorceresses attack in a while, so looks like they're doing pretty good. Alright. There we go. You can post up right here. I don't think that slime up there is going to take out little guy we're supposed to be protecting. Alright, but let's get to the good stuff. Let's start summoning his little mobs. Oh. What? You want to play Summoner Wars with me? Fool? I'll summon something. I'll summon something right now. Watch me summon something. And it'll have some kind of random buff on it. You won't know what to do with it. Okay, maybe I might have moved Landius down too far. He's taking all the fun out of this. Everybody retreat. Everybody get back. We will conquer this with summons. Rennie, get up here. I don't trust you. Okay, and also notice the range that you can summon these things. I mean, you can place these around you pretty well. So here, how about right there in your face? Let's see what kind of little construct we come up with. So what's this little guy got? We'll move. Let's see. What little buff? Anything? What you got? Self-destruction component. Upon death, deals damage once equals 2.2 times your magic damage to all enemies within 2 blocks. That's cool. So this thing's just like a little destruction mine? What? Oh. Actually, it's not bad intelligence that this thing has for... Oh, he didn't kill it yet. Is it still gonna hit him? Yes. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so he can do that. So because the last one that I saw, it had a 2 attack block range. That was its special little ability. So it is kind of cool to see what kind of little summons this guy can make. And obviously, if you let him die, he summons one of these that has a bunch of added strength to it. So I'm gonna have to play around with this for a while and really see what this does, how effective these little mobs are. They do look very cool. They change how this game is played, and I want Gizarof on my main because I really don't have a summoner. Never invested the runestone to have Foz be able to summon anything, so it would be nifty to have this guy. And because of the other characters I have and with this new fusion power, I just think it'd be really fun to run. But this has opened up some new possibilities on my alt account today, and I will be looking forward to that. So far, this is my pre-review. This is what I think about this guy after just playing him one time. Very interesting stuff, very interesting fusion. And of course, as I power him up and I can actually get his fusion power to kick in from him killing something off, I'll be able to summon that much more of those little his little summon bots, his little robots, little destruction derby bots, whatever the hell you want to call them. Okay, his metallic orbs. Old man has metallic orbs to summon. So he's definitely awesome. We have something that gets rid of cooldowns for, for these specific characters that can really change the way that these characters are played in this faction group. And of course, this guy is a big deal because he's the only faction buffer for this. So, all of these characters, a lot of them can really benefit from being able to get rid of cooldowns on their abilities. And you know what? It was a beautiful day outside, but I guess somebody decided to start mowing their lawn, so I'll spare you guys that. But yeah, this is my pre-review. This is what I think about him. And as far as Selina goes, it would make sense that they would add something later with her where she has some kind of revive. Because without that, she doesn't really stand out. In fact, some people were trying to say she comes back twice. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about any of that. If somebody could, let me know if they've seen that on the Chinese side already or something. But right now, as far as I can see, Selina doesn't have any sort of, come back to life ability yet. And we didn't get to unlock her through gameplay. This is something new. We actually had to pull her, and I got lucky and just happened to pull her along the way. Which is funny because I did a lot more summons on my main account than I did on this thing. I bought the $20 bundle on here and threw that. So I did 20 summons, and I got Gizarof and her on my main account. I think I did like 45, something around there, 45 summons maybe, and I got the healer dude. So the healing man himself. I will do a separate video for him, and I will have all his fun teleport stuff because that's what really we need to talk about. But Gizarof is an A+, really cool what he can do with these little summon constructs, and I'll update you guys and I'll let you know, because I think there's going to be a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of cool instances where you can really take advantage of this summon construct thing. You can build up like a few of these things to go attack something or just to be a nuisance. They can offset things. And turn manipulation. You effectively have more pieces on the board. Your turn lasts longer than your opponent's turn. You get one more action. So this is cool. And also they can be used to take away abilities like you're fighting Alta Muller and he has last rites on. Have one of these little things go attack Alta Muller so he's not at 100% health. You guys know what I mean. Like there's definitely uses for these little mobs of his. I like the random buffs on him. And I haven't even seen the one that he summons when he dies. So as far as character design, he looks cool. He looks wicked. It's ICP's version of Santa Claus right here, and I'm sticking to that. All right. So I think he's got a cool sprite, and he is unique. He changes how the game is played. Really can't wait to really run some stuff with this guy. I'm gonna work on him. Gizarof is definitely an A++. So, and Selina, hey, if you pulled her along the way trying to get this guy and you just started, sure, invest into her if you want, if you don't have any other tanks. But I don't really see a reason right this very second, if you have other tanks, to really do much with her. But they can always add to her class tree or something, so who knows? I don't know yet. But this is my pre-review. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Mobile Gamers Unite, I'm one click away. If I missed anything or anything like that, please feel free to let me know. This is a learning process. This is why we do this. So yeah, if you guys have any input to add to Gizarof while I'm still learning how to play him, please leave me a comment below. Thanks. You guys have an awesome day. Peace.